Randy. Welcome back to Jacob's Triangle. Today we're going to hook up the disc and go disc the garden area to get it ready for planting. We've got some plants that we've bought and they're waiting to get planted. We need to get them planted before they die in the pots that they're in now. I'm going to show you a little trick that I use to hook up the disc. It's a 3-point disc. A little trick that I use to hook it up by myself to make it easier on me. As you can see, I put the bucket cutting edge down on the ground, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to use the bucket, roll it back and forth to adjust the tractor forward and backwards without me having to climb on and off of it all the time to get everything lined up for my 3-point. Works pretty slick and lets me hook up pretty quickly. Watch. As you can see, this arm is not lined up to go onto that pin. And I can keep climbing up on the tractor and back up a little bit and get down and back up and back down. It's just a lot of climbing and it takes a long time. So let me show you what I do. First we bring it down and try to line it up height-wise. Go down. There we go. I get the roll. Other arm out. Down a little more. Back a little tiny bit. Shazam! It's on! Okay, it's about 2 minutes later. I've got everything hooked up. I'm ready to go to work. This is where we're going to be working. This is going to be our garden area. You know, I often wonder, when I'm moving my tripod around, I wonder how many other vloggers run over their tripods on accident. I think it could be really easy to do. I'm going to go get the tractor and get to work. Off we go.
I'm RJ's friend.
I got monkeys helping.
I'm leaving.
Oh, it knocked my camera over. I've been disking and scraping, and as you can see, we're seeing some dirt now. But I think I've gotten to the point where I've had to get out my implement of mass torture and start manually raking this stuff up. So we're going to do that now and see if we can get some more headway made. Lots of lessons learned here for me. Don't let your weeds get out of control like this. This is a pain. I'm sure you guys would like to watch me torture myself for hours on end trying to do this. I don't think I have enough memory in the camera to record all of it. So I'm going to work on this, and I'll bring you back when I get some progress made. This is going to kick my butt. Okay, it's a couple of hours later, and I've made some progress. I have to admit that I gave up on the implement of torture rather quickly. That just was not cutting it. I ended up putting the bucket on the tractor down on the ground. I tried to put it with the bottom of it as flat as I could to the ground and just kind of scraped across. And doing that, I got a lot of grass off of it, off the soil. So I'm pretty pleased with the way it turned out. It tilled up quite well, and it looks like there's plenty of organic matter left in the soil to support a good garden. You know, the way that it tills up, it tills up in nice crumbly dirt, the way that it's supposed to. So I think we're going to have a good garden this year. Now, come back in the next video and I'll show you how well the ground tilled up. No? You don't want to wait? I'll make you a deal. Like this video, subscribe to my channel, hit the bell down there so you get notified when new videos come out, and I'll show you what it looks like now. Deal? Did you do it? Did you click it? Okay, I hope you clicked it, because I'm going to show you what it turned out like. Here we go. We're going to pan around. Pan around. There you go. Look how well it tilled up. Very, very pleased with the way it tilled. Still need to go back over it and probably smooth it out a little bit. I did think that maybe I would take the disc and close it up a little bit to make it like a finished disc and go over it a few more times. But I think I'm going to leave it how it is. That turned out well tilled. I think that is very, very loose soil. It'll support plants very well. I think I'm happy with it. Here in the back, closest to the camera, is where the tomatoes are going to go. Last year the tomatoes were at the other end of the garden, so we're going to bring them to this end so they're not planted in the same ground again. And where the tomatoes were last year, which is right over there at the front of the garden, closest to the street. So where the tomatoes were last year, that's where we're going to put the zucchinis this year. And next to the zucchinis, I have some Asian eggplant that I'm going to plant. And I got some bell peppers. I got red, green, and yellow. So we'll be planting those. And then seeds that I want to plant, I want some cucumbers, and probably some peas, and definitely corn. The corn we're going to plant all the way at the back end of the garden. I'm going to plant those going in the opposite direction of everything else, meaning the rows of the corn are going to run from end to end instead of from the front to back. Looking at it the way that you are now, closest would be the front. Instead of running it that way, they're going to run horizontally across the end of the field. And I'll do a few rows of those so that we have a good amount of corn. And probably we'll do some watermelon and some cantaloupes and some honeydews. So we're going to have a good garden. And I'm sure, okra, we got to do okra too. So we're going to have a good bunch of plants going out here. And of course I still don't have water out here yet, so we're going to have a time getting water out here until we get hooked up, which hopefully we're going to be hooked up here in the next month or so I can get water out here easily without having to carry it in a container in the back of my truck. So that's where we are now. Well, thank you for joining me today as I worked my butt off trying to get this garden ready to go. Hopefully I'll get it planted in the next few days, and I'll bring you along and show you how we plant things. And until next time, thank you for stopping by. Please remember to subscribe, like this video, and hit the bell down there so you get notified when I post new videos. I appreciate you stopping by.